it was really important to us to get the in-house pro bono rules in Virginia changed because Virginia is one of the places where we have the largest concentrations of in-house counsel at Verizon. And unleashing that energy for all those lawyers to be able to do pro bono work on a more liberal basis in Virginia was very important to us. It also was important because the Virginia rule was one of these very retrogressive rules. And when I stood up in front of the Virginia bar meeting about pro bono and was asked to give I was invited to come, and I was asked to give a speech after lunch, and totally on an impromptu basis, I sort of said, I've heard all morning how you don't have enough lawyers doing pro bono. You have a rule that actually prevents corporate lawyers from fully participating. Seems to me you can't have it both ways. And so I directly challenged them to try to change the rule, and I think there was a lot of momentum to do it anyway. I just sort of kicked the can a little bit, and it was very important to see that there could be change. So I think that the actual changing of this rule, and a change that happened so quickly, was one that could serve as an example for the rest of the country. The previous rules were a real challenge for Verizon because they essentially required even the most experienced in-house lawyer to become an apprentice to even the most junior lawyer who happened to be in a law firm and barred in Virginia. So you had a very anomalous situation where highly experienced lawyers basically had to be taken by the hand by anyone, junior lawyers, senior lawyers, whatever. But it required a duplication of effort. It doesn't make any sense it's particularly in a situation where there is a shortage of legal talent doing pro bono work, to insist that they double up to do the work. And it's a purely inefficient process. It dampens the spirit of the people who are in-house to go out and be entrepreneurial and get those cases and really grab hold of them if they feel like they have to check with their minder from the Virginia, who happens to be a full member of Virginia Bar as part of a law firm, to go do that. So this issue of the differing pro bono rules, the differing rules governing pro bono across the country, are the largest issue for large legal departments like Verizon that have folks in many, many jurisdictions to come up with a comprehensive pro bono program. We have to figure out in every state what we have to do to meet the pro bono needs of clients, and at the same time meeting some very, very unprogressive rules about providing pro bono work. Well, these changes in Virginia mean that this great concentration of lawyers that we have here in Arlington and in Ashburn and in Richmond can be unleashed to do what they naturally want to do, which is to do pro bono work. We started our program last year, and by the end of last year, 41% of the entire legal department across the country have participated in pro bono work. By first quarter this year, we're almost at the exact same percentage. We're at 38% in the first quarter. So there's a lot of pent-up energy. And this liberalization of the rule, this rule change, which basically treats in-house counsel as full members of the community, the legal community in Virginia for the purposes of providing pro bono services, simply will unleash that pent-up capability for the benefit of folks who need pro bono services here in the Commonwealth. I'm very hopeful that Virginia's rule will be a beacon for other jurisdictions across the country. I think the process that they went through to do it on a very quick basis should also serve as an example to the rest of the country. In some respects, the trade practices of the legal profession are nothing to be celebrated. There's a lot of restriction involved in protecting what lawyers in a particular state do from outside people who might want to share in fees and the like. This clearly has nothing to do with it. There is a significant unmet pro bono need across the nation. There is at the same time a significant group of in-house counsel who could help meet that need. We need to marry up the need and the capabilities in order to get the pro bono work done in this country. And I'm hopeful that the Virginia process and the end result will be a great example for other jurisdictions.